Computer. Okay, cool. So I can go ahead and get started now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run through this real quick, and then I can answer the questions at the end. But this right here is major. Right here, this is real. This is gonna be some real jewels right here, especially for people who trying to make some power moves, and especially during the time that we in right now. Me and Ed met earlier today and was we was talking about some stuff. I was telling him about some research and stuff I was going through and going back looking over. But right here, this company called Core Logic. I go here for a lot of information from time to time, and especially when it comes to real estate. These people here do a whole lot of stuff. Y'all able to see this site?
Yes, I see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, this company right here did an article at the end of last year. And that article, man, it's amazing as to what's going on right now. But I don't know if you guys really know, but it's about to be over 66% of the homes that's been sold in America from 2021 alone, from the beginning of 2021, this time last year, over from January last year to this year, it's going to be over 66% of the homes that were sold in the U.S. market was purchased all by investors. None of these, yeah. So 66 homes out of 100 was not sold to single family owners like me and you. They've been bought out by investors. Well, these investors are doing the same thing that they was doing back in 2000, in the early 2000s, that really hurt the market in 2007. The same thing going on right now. Well, so I've been following the trend, but what they did was this is the rent index. Shows you how, what percentage, how the percentages of rent been going up and down over a period of time during this particular tier. And then, but the interesting part is right here. If you look, this first category is Miami. And if you look right here on this chart, from August the 20th of 2000, August of 2020, see this little orange dot right here?
Yep.
That was the percentage of increase in rent. This blue is August the 21st. 1 year later, look at this.
Yep. That's what's going down. You're right.
Raul, you in Miami, you know.
Yep.
Average rent, $2,100 a month down there. I'm talking about for, look, 2-bedroom, if you get lucky and get a 2-bedroom, but that's on average. But and this scale here is only going to get worse because the investors are buying out properties, and they not even, you may ride by a piece of property and see where somebody done bought a home, and you're like, damn, the home been sold, ain't nobody moved in that house in 3 or 4 months. The investors buying them homes, holding them. They holding out on them. Now, people who really need homes, they can't find them. Andy was talking to me last night, or it might have been a couple of days ago. We talked. I know it was a few weeks we talked. We were talking about how you can't find no homes. It's hard to find them. Well, this is why these investors are buying up these homes. And when you have investors who are coming in with unlimited amount of money to buy homes and actually paying more than what the home is actually worth, you're gonna have a problem, and I look for that problem to be coming real soon. What's happening is when you see something like this right here that's going on, it's starving out the little people, the people who into the affordable housing area. The reason I wanted to go cover this right here is because this is screaming out opportunities for us. When you can't find homes like that, then you can find you some property and throw your home up on. You can always get money to build a home, just that you can't find them that, for sale. you know, or nobody's buying the small homes, the little homes that, you know, that you would call for first time home buyers or whatever, you know, people who just trying to get their feet wet in purchasing their first home. You know, you can find stuff like that. But you know, for anybody who is going to be like investing in property and stuff like that, this company right here, CoreLogic, they got a lot of information, a lot of, you know, important information that they be bringing back and forth, you know, for you. And one of the things that this is one of the tools that I use in our when I was doing the government contracting class is I try to follow the money. I try to see where the government is actually spending the money at. Um, so when it comes to this government contracting here, this site right here, which is the USA spending site, and this right here gives you an overview. And what I did was you come here. Let me see. Let me show you. You can find everything here where all the money is going. But so I want to look for, let's see.
Hey, Twine.
Huh?
Hey, this is Andy. So we were talking about building houses. Let me give you a stat that I've seen today that property. So let's say just to blow Joe, goes into buy a house, and so or build a house. He wants to buy a lot. The lots are 30% of the value of a house. Now you just think about that number. So you take 30% off, and we get a piece of property for, and I'm gonna say 1,000, because I mean, and you get it, and you clear it off, for $3,000 or $4,000, and you presume to build your house. You already have 30%, or probably 25 by the time you pay you a little thousand and a couple thousand. You already have 25% of that value that you have bought a tax lien piece of property on. If I try to go and buy a piece of property now, it's going to cost me 10, 12, maybe 15,000. If it's good, it's going to cost me 30 or 40. Well, right. What happens here is you are already 25% up. That means if you buy a house, you build a house and you sell it for 200,000, I mean, you are $50,000 up. I mean, and that's hard to do. And we're buying for pennies on a dollar, just, and build it. That's what me and you were talking about, the opportunity there to build more equity, because if it costs you $122,000 to build a pretty nice house, you sell it for 200, 210, 230. I mean, and then you turn around and you go and you do it again. It only takes you 2 to 3 houses to by buying these, this property like this. It only takes 2 to 3 houses to go over. I mean, and then you're paying cash for a house.
Right.
And I mean, even if you skimp on one and sold it a little cheaper, you still got 2 houses, 2.5 houses, and you got your money back, and you got all that money sitting in your hand. You can build one for free. Build one, say free, but you can build one because you already own the properties. I mean, it's huge. This is like we was talking about yesterday. Everybody here should be a millionaire in a couple of years, if you work the system right.
Right. And then once you get started with it, with the system like that, it's going to actually work itself.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and then let me tell you, if I went to buy one piece of drywall, and okay, I'm gonna go just buy. I don't care what it is. But you build a house, you're looking at everything. And after you get that first one, in your county and your city where I can go buy stuff cheaper. Every house you build, you're gonna save. And this is a fact. And the gentleman on there that's a contractor, he knows this. Every house you build, you're going to save 5% because you know where to buy things cheaper. You know how to, you can go to the salvage places that got a sink or a vanity. You've already started looking. Your mind is tuned into that. Every house you're going to save 5%. On building because you already know what to do, and it's going to save you time. So after you build the first one, it might be a little bit of growing pains, but after you get into a rhythm like that, I mean, it's not. 50%. You make 50% on a house. That's not uncommon these days. at all.
Nah, listen, I'm gonna tell you this right here. Go. I wish I had Neil on here, but go and do some traditional house. Let me tell you, what I'm speaking on now is container. Y'all know, everybody already know I'm in love with the container home, but the typical container home that you're building for about 140,000, they tripling their money on those. Tripling their money. Go and do your research
Absolutely.
on them container
Yeah.
homes on Zillow, and go back and look and see how much they paid to build. Let me tell you a perfect example. They built a home up in Kalamazoo, Michigan. They built a home up there, upstairs home, three bedroom, two and a half bath. They built it out of 4 shipping containers, and these was stuck together. They didn't do no wide, they didn't spread them out and nothing like that. They just did 4 shipping containers. Okay, cost of bill was $117,000. The first person to buy it, they closed out on it before they finished painting, doing the exterior painting. They closed on that home at $409,000. The man that bought it at $409,000, the people that bought it at $409,000, they stayed in it 3.5 years, and then sold it for $900 and some thousand. It was on Zillow. Shipping container home. They making plenty of money off of them homes, and they pretty decent homes too, Yeah, they pretty decent homes. But I want to show you guys this first. This right here is where you can go to see where the government is spending any money. Once you learn how to navigate this right here, you can find out how much they spend even on toilet paper. But this right here is a very, very important site, especially when you're trying to get into the housing business or whatever. But my thing is I try to find out how much money has been distributed so far at that particular time to whoever. Right now, the government has given the Department of Health and Human Service $2.1 trillion. And this is strictly for affordable housing. This is category that this is in right over here. This is for affordable housing, $2.1 trillion. Now, what we do is you come here. Now they have sub awards too, which is who the Department of Human Health Service, they contracting out to, and you can come here and click on the sub awards. These are going to be the sub awards, where they coming from, where that money's coming to or whatever. The Department of Defense, Education, these are all the ones that some of that money going to be going to. Those are the subs. So right now we're looking at the primes. Okay, so $2.1 trillion has been given out to this particular area of government. So if I'm gonna be doing homes right now, y'all know I'm into the VA homes. Right now, VA got $304 billion right now for homes for affordable housing. But the money is spent right here, the Department of Health and Human Service. This is where this money is going to, $2.1 trillion. Social Security Administration got $1.4 trillion. But what you want to do is you want to go here and click on the Department of Health and Human Service. Out of that, they got $1.7 trillion to spend, and that's for this year. See, last year they had $2.6 trillion to spend, but this year they got 1.7 trillion to spend. Now, when I see that, it puts me in a position now to where I want to go ahead and try to do business with the Department of Health and Human Services, because they're the ones who's going to be telling you, say, okay, well, look, we looking to do so many homes, for affordable housing. You see what I'm saying? And they're gonna, when you get in contracts with these particular type of companies, with HUD, all them, when you get in contracts with them, they give you a little bit of the money up front to get started once you sign a contract with them. Well, that little bit of money that you're getting up front, if you own your own land, sure, if you're going to be doing shipping container homes, that's the money right there to go ahead and get your shipping containers and stuff put out there and probably get the windows and doors cut, you know, to and then you showing your lenders where you've already, you know, initiated and getting a contract to build houses for this, you know, for this particular type of program or whatever they call a subcomponent for that particular company or government agency. But you know, when you get time, go here and you know you can go to advanced search. I usually go to advanced search so I can pull it up. You can come here and you can search by the years, you know, where the money was spent, how much they spent, what department it was that spent the money. You can even find out what contractors got that money and how much they got. You know, you can find all of that, you know, from right in here. This is a very, very important tool, you know, right here. Another thing I wanted to show you was some people like yesterday when we was on here, it wasn't loaded yet, but I want to show you something right quick. Hold on. Let's see. When you're going through the course, you can go through it however you want to go through it. You know, this course, you can either go through this part, you know, reviewing the time, you know, by each individual if you want to, or you can come down here and go to this Twine's Tax Lien Investor Secret ebook and just download that and you can just read through it, you know, in that manner. But this is what I really wanted you guys to see, right? Right here. When you go on when you log into the site, if you want to download this, you'll scroll down right here where this download is right here. And you can download that to, you know, your computer or your phone or whatever. But when you're viewing this, you actually see it a lot better on the computer. But I want to, this right here, like a lot of people may not know what this is, but banks hate these people right here. And these are mostly private lenders. These private lenders have all type of deals. You're going to get information on real estate. I mean, this is the most current one, which is January for this month. But go to page when you go on here, go down to page I think 78. I want to show you this company. One of my people just got along with them on Tuesday of last week, I think. So we're gonna go to page 78. This company called Atlas Group. And then I'm gonna come back and explain this. I'm gonna come back and explain it to you as well with this. Okay, here we go. Okay, a lot of y'all that's out here, it's a few. I don't know if they own. I'm not one of them may be on, but I don't think the broker guy on. He was waiting on the video. He's gonna be doing the video. Okay, this company right here called Atlas Capital Group. Okay, I'm gonna just read through this. Some of you guys that know about banking and stuff like that, you're gonna be able to see why I value these type of companies. These are for owner-occupied, non-prime consumer lending. Owner-occupied. This is if you're gonna actually be living in this whatever you're trying to build, whether it's a fourplex or a home for yourself or whatever, whether it's a business downstairs but a home upstairs, whatever. They're doing from 350 to 750 plus FICO scores. That's your middle score. They're doing LTVs up to 90%. Now the LTV is loan to values, not cost to build. They're doing DTI up to 55%. No liquid cash reserves is okay. Jumbos up to 5+ million. They got a profit and loss only program. They has a 1099 only program. They has a K1 only program. They has a VOE, which is verified. Damn, tongue getting twisted up. Verification of employment only program, where you just produce check stubs and let them call to verify you work. They got 12 to 24 month bank statements. Okay, you ain't got to have no whole lot of money in the bank. They just want to be able to you want to be able to log in, go back 12 or 24 months in bank statement to see what kind of money you had going in and out, to see if you're going to be able to make the payments on whatever it is that you're trying to get. The reason for that is because this is a owner occupied property that you're trying to get done. So they going by how much you make based upon what you're gonna get approved for. They got a first time home buyer is okay. Never a price ad or for jumbo loans. They got the ITIN with or without work visas. Now look, with or without work visa. It's not a bank in America that's going to finance nobody to purchase property with a work visa. If you ain't legal in these United States, they ain't finna give you no loan. Period. But the people who coming over here that may be on a work visa, or the people who coming over here illegally from the, that's in the United States illegally, these people going through these private lenders getting these loans. When you see these Indians and different people coming over here getting these hotels and stuff built, they ain't going to the banks. They going to these private lenders. 100% give funds okay, and give for equity okay. Now, this company right here, they don't approve several people that I know, but they're not the best that I know. I got other companies that that's in here that clowns around these right here. But this company here is pretty good too. All right, now over here on the non-owner occupied, non-prime business purpose lending. This is for people like us who finding a piece of property. We have an idea of what we want to put on that property, whether it's going to be a townhome or a 4-unit apartment complex, or a home that we're going to cash out. Contract out for VA, or a home that you're going to do for urban housing or whatever that you're going to do for I forget what they call it, for assisted living. If you're going to do homes like that, that's going to be up on the contract, or if you're going to take homes to build, to flip, to sell, or if you're doing whatever they call it, fix and flip, or whatever they call it. I forget what they got, a certain name they do for it now, but you know what I'm talking about, those type of homes. Okay. They want you to have at least a 550 credit score to a 750 or whatever is more, is good. They got, look right here what they say. See our bridge product for FICOs down to 390. See that?
Yes.
100% of these loans are NIV, meaning no income verified. All they loans, when it's come to business, or no income verified. Foreign nationals, most aggressive LTVs, 9 times out of 10 with foreign nationals. And when they say most aggressive LTVs, 9 times out of 10 is going to be 110% LTV, meaning they're going to finance let me tell you let me bring you up the part on the LTV. LTV is loan to value, meaning what that property is going to be worth once it's completed. So if that property is going to be worth 400,000, let's say for instance, you got a piece of property that's, for example, going to be worth 100,000 once it's completed, right? Then they're going to finance you on this. If you're a foreign national, they're going to finance you up to 110% of the cost of, 110% of the value of that property. So that property is going to be valued at 100,000, then that means they will loan you 110,000. However, if the cost to build that home is 75,000 and they give you 110,000, then you got money in the bank already. Only thing you're doing is when you sell, cash out to them. That's how they put money in their pocket. All right, they got no DSCR available. Vacant properties okay. Short-term rentals okay. SFR being used as care facilities okay. These are all these people who getting these, like if you're getting a home or whatever, you want to turn into some like group homes, and these, these things for, they look like, similar to nursing homes. That's what they own there. No impound options available, up to 3-point rebate. A lot of banks don't do that. Condo tails okay. No warranty condos okay. Jumbo loan up to 4 million okay. Gift of equity okay. First time investor okay. And then first time home buyer okay. You won't have a bank in America to do none of this shit. None of this. Have you heard of any of them, Andy?
I know for a fact they're not doing
Yes, a loan shark down the street. Because that's it.
Listen, when you go in this course, right? These people, these companies, when you see them advertise like this, they information not going to change, too often at all. Period. But when you go in this course, man, this is some jewels for investors, and this ain't it. I'm going to go and show you on page I want to say 84 is where I need to be at. Let me see. I'll come back and show you how to read this. Well, I can show you how to read it now. Okay, right here, non-qualified mortgages. These are for people who normally would not qualify for a mortgage. Let me try to zoom in so I can see it. I wish I can. Okay, yeah. Okay, non-QM mortgages. These are non-qualified mortgages. These are for people who normally would not qualify for a mortgage at all. Period. Okay. When you go here and you, let me see if I can slide that over. I don't know. No, I don't know how to slide that over. So I better not bother that. I don't know much about it. So, okay. Hopefully y'all can see it a little bit decent. Maybe if I try to, hold on, let me see. Maybe if I try to share, if I can pull this up in PDF and actually, so y'all can see it better. I can tell it's going to be a little blurry. So I want y'all to at least try to be able,
Hey, what number slide that is again? 84?
Yeah, that's page 84.
84. Okay, I'm gonna look at.
Okay, let me see. Downloads.
Hey, is there a way I can open that up and not lose you on the Zoom?
I don't know, but I think I can pull it up on a PDF and then share the screen for the PDF side.
Oh, well, let me explain to her. She can she on a computer, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she can minimize. She can minimize the Zoom. You'll still play. You gotta log into the site and go to residential private lender and download that PDF.
Oh, I think I got it.
That PowerPoint. I'm sorry.
I think I got it.
And you can maximize the Zoom back up once you get it open.
Dude, are y'all able to see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got it then. So I can make it bigger here then.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. So let me do it like this then. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, that way we can see what's going on here. So now I can go to these pages that I need to go. I think it's page 84. So you can see. I'm telling you, man, this is right. This right here, this is all you need. You don't need nothing else. For it's like these banks and all these, you don't need them. Banks ain't never gonna be able to do deals like this. Okay. Oh, so it's 81, page 81. Okay. All right. So everybody see it pretty good now?
Yo.
Okay, cool. All right. So this is what, whenever you're going on here, I like the non-qualified mortgages a lot, because what it does is a lot of people don't have high credit scores. A lot of people don't have income coming in. If you're an entertainer or something like that, or a stripper even, dancers, entertainers and stuff like that, they don't have no check stubs and be able to have the IRS to verify how much they make. Some of them may want to get a place to stay. Well, they're gonna have problems. Well, with these non-QM mortgages, these are for people who normally would not qualify for a mortgage with any traditional bank. All these companies are private lenders. They got their own money. You know what I'm saying? So this is why they're able to make certain deals like this. But what they do is, even though you're going to be purchasing this property for own, maybe owner occupying or something like that, they want to handle business with you as a business, like a business, so, and that's how they push these deals through. But to help you understand this, right here in this area right here, which is the legend, this is basically what they call the matrix. If if you ever, okay, they used to have this show where these people used to go out and they used to do bidding wars out there in Arizona on properties. And you would see these guys bidding on properties. They be jumping on the phone with their private lenders to get these properties. You know, banks are not going to give you the money on a piece of property without them investigating that property after you initiated the deal. It can take a month or so for them to cut that check. But when you bidding on properties like that, that check got to be there within 24 hours. Well, these private lenders, they're the ones who are going to be cutting those checks. Those guys was on the phone with these private lenders, list of people just like this right here. But within this legend, it gives you the meaning for these acronyms. If you see a P, that means purchase. If you see a R, that means rate and term refinance. If you see a C, that means cash out refinance. So some areas you may see PRC, like you do right here in this area right here for on the Fifth Street Capital. That tell you that they do purchase, they do rate and term refinance, and they do cash out refinance. See, because that's the purpose right there. Over here to this left column of that, which is the
Occupancy.
Yeah, occupancy. This right here is the O is for owner occupancy. They do vacation. The V is for vacation, and then the N is for non-owner occupancy. See, so they under this program, the full document program, they would do any of those, whatever occupancy or purpose, you know, that you're doing it for. They doing any of those. But look at right here, the number of units. They will finance you to do 1 to 4 units if you have at least a 660 FICO score. See, then they have the LTV, loan to value, is 85%. They're going to give you 85% of the cost. I mean, 85% of the value of that property once it's completed. See, if you're building $100,000 house and it's going to be worth $300,000, they'll give you up to 85% LTV, loan to value. This is different than what banks do. And then the amount that they give you here is small, up to 200,000. See? Now, over here, they do 90% CLTV, which is a combined loan to value. They do 90% in that case. Then this is the documentation of it right here. This area right here is for the documentation. When you see a F, that means when you see this F and that Y right there, if it was blank or whatever, it wouldn't apply. But they telling you that F is for full documentation. That means yes, to get this loan, you need full documentation. That SE is for self-employed. That means they do self-employed. If you want to, you know, if you're self-employed, you can get this particular under this full document program. You can get that.
Hold on, hey, quick question. You say documentation mean U.S. citizen type documentation?
No, full documentation mean on that project that you're trying to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's on the project. You know, whatever it is you're trying to do, they want full documentation. And that full documentation is going to include the project that you're trying to do, and then verification of who you are. That's your full documentation package. See, okay. That B is for bank statements. So it's blank right there. So you don't need any blank bank statements under this particular program. You see what I'm saying? And then that asset means asset verification or depletion. See? So when you buying this property cheap like this, you already have asset verification because they're able to pull your information up to see that you own the property. Then they have a DTI ratio of 50%. They over here for the seasoning on bankruptcies, they want you to be out of bankruptcy at least 36 months, as you see all the way across the board here. See? So the thing about it is, whenever you looking for a lender, this is what you want to look at, which is the lending territory. These are the only states that they lend in. A lot of places do nationwide, and if they don't do particular states, like you see here with A&D mortgage, they do nationwide except for these particular states right here, which is 7 of these states. See, but some things they don't require. You see what I'm saying? But you can go, man, they're gonna have them. Some of these gonna have no credit score required. As you see right here for Adventure Federal Credit Union, they lending territory is nationwide, but they got different programs that they have. They got condo, coop, and condo tail. They have programs for that if you're trying to get that done. But they want you to do between 3 to 4 units when you're doing this. You see what I'm saying? They got work visa, no credit, whatever. They have that program available. You only have to have a 300 FICO score with this particular program. You know, the only thing about this is I don't know how to do that, but I wish I could. I wish I knew how. And some of you guys that may know how to do that, y'all probably can copy this stuff and then put it in a spreadsheet. And when you put it in that spreadsheet, I think whatever column this is on, you can freeze that column so that whenever you scrolling this up, that part stays there, so you can actually be able to see what that each one of those columns is referring to. But as you're going through, you know, you have to go back and zoom up. I mean, go back up to actually see, you know, what that may mean for that particular area. You know, these areas I'm really familiar with right in here. And this is the residential area, but they got foreign nationals, owner verifying, vacation, and non-owner occupying, mostly on all theirs. They got 3 to 4 units, mostly on all theirs. Credit scores are very weak because to them, they ain't worried about the credit score because they actually looking at the property itself, you know. Then you got the email address that you can email them. You got the web address where you can actually visit the site, and you have the phone numbers. It's so many of these lenders in here, you know. I'm talking about pages after pages. All these, and they're gonna be advertising, you know, we are non-QM, you know, these companies, they'll tell you what it is that they have. I think me and Andy was looking at what the name of this company is. We do crazy loans through Linterio. They do fascinating with loans. They even got 1099 programs, as you see right here. Bank statements, you know, some of them, they'll tell you to send them, they'll give you a loan based on 3 to 12 month bank statements, you know. But then let me go here and see where hard money right here. For all you that looking for the hard money loans, it's these right here. Is a lot of these companies right here, they allow you to make points off of the loans. So say for instance, you're a member of a church and the church is looking to get a loan, then chances are this is where you can come to find that if they're trying to do rehabbing, or if they're trying to do fix ups and stuff like that. They also have some that are not in the what they call it, hard money areas. One of these particular categories even loan money to individuals who are trying to become marijuana farmers. They're seeing him one of these. It ain't in the hard money loan lending. I think it's going to be in the I don't know, I find it. I can't remember which category it's in. But let me just go back over and explain this one right here to you. It's a little bit different than before, than the one that we was on for the non-QM mortgages. They tell you on the number 1 right here. Well, first of all, they're telling you the minimum amount they loan and the most that they loan under this particular lender right here. Number 1 right there is the purchase max, LTV, meaning the most they're going to give you toward a piece of property based on what it's worth, the loan to value, is 75%. And then 75% for the rate and term refinance, that's the max. And then on the cash out refinance, LTV is 80%. This particular company right here don't do a cash out second max combined loan to value. So say for instance, you're looking for you're looking for something, or somebody you know is looking for something that's a cash out second max combined LTV, as it says here in number 4. What you'll do is you'll follow number 4. The category is going to be the same for all these. So you'll follow number 4 all the way down to somebody that do. Here's one, equity wave lending at 70%. See, so it's easy to find these type of, and this is a direct lender. See, and they do up to 75% loan to value. First and second TDs rate 6.99% to 12.99%. Actively recruiting. When you see where it say actively recruiting, that means that they'll take brokers. You don't have to. Most of these companies, especially out west, you can become a broker for them and put points on top of their points and make money when you send someone to them to get a loan, no matter how big or small it is. Once that person closes out on that loan, they're going to cut you your check for your points. And the person who actually getting the loan will never know that you put points on top of the points that they was approving for. So say, for instance, they say, well, the most we charge is 7% on our points, but they allow you to put as many points you want to put on there. Then that will be an agenda that you will have as to how many points you want to make. If the average points is say 15%, and you know that you can get them that loan at 7 points, and you say, well, shit, I'm gonna just put 4 points on top of it, 11 points. That person's satisfied because he know he under the 15% average. See, and then they're gonna cut you your check at closing. You know, so if any of them is looking for some a particular interest of something that they're looking for, you can find that under these categories. And this is for hard money lending. If they do fix and flip, if you're looking for a company to do fix and flip, go to category 11 and scroll down. If they are not doing business in your particular state, like they're not doing it in Florida, where they're not doing it in Alabama, Mississippi, they ain't doing business in quite a few of them. So you'll go down on the fix and flip on the number 11. You'll go down till you find one that says nationwide. This is nationwide except for these 5. So boom, there you go. They have right here fix and flip and rental loans for purchases or refinance of 1 to 4 units. See, that's good. Lending territory. They got a wide lending territory. You got a lot of them that's got nationwide. They actually finance everywhere, you know. But again, anything that you may be looking for, whatever it is that you're looking for, they got construction loans, all that kind of stuff right in here. You know, this is some of the hard money ones. Let me go back to, okay, I think I can come here. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I want to come right here. Let me show you this right here. Okay, so that's these are the niches. Here go the FHA, VA. So say for instance, you're a veteran, you're looking to get into something. They got that right here. These are private lenders that does business strictly for FHA, VA, and USDA. They got all type of programs here. FHA purchase 1 to 2 units, as you see here. If you're looking for something that is more widespread, they got an FHA, USDA, and VA. This is the owner occupied right here. And it's 1 to 4 units. See, and what that means is when they say owner occupied and you see 1 to 4 units, they basically telling you, if you want to do a 4-plex, you got to stay in 1 of the units. You see what I'm saying? That's what that is. And then some of them, like right here, the home ready and home possible, meaning 1 unit, they're only going to finance that 1 unit. If you got a 640 credit score or a 620 credit score here, if your credit score is light, shit, buy your trade line. Trade lines $500,000 and $600,000, boost your credit score up. Shoot, apply and get it. You know, get that particular loan on that program. But that's for that. Then you have warehouse lines. These are right here on the warehouse lines. They got all type of different loans here, different features on it, you know, with all these different companies here. Then they have the prime niches right here. You can come here. They're gonna have, like, say for instance, you want to get a manufactured a mobile home park. Then they have that. You have to come right here on this category for number 29 for manufactured homes. And you go to 29, see if they finance that. Shipping containers are considered to be manufactured homes. These are homes that, you know, basically just manufactured, where they actually just, you know, if you got them now, shipping containers are considered modular homes now. But if it's a home, if you had a shipping container and it was manufactured, put together and stuff in a warehouse and brought to your property, then they're gonna consider that to be a manufactured home. You know, so it fall up on that category. They got lands and lots, you know, right here, number 28. So if you're looking for somebody, you don't have the money to buy a particular piece of property that you're trying to get, or a large piece of property, then you go to 28, you come down. When you see yes in 28, then you scroll over and see what it is that they have to offer, which is Amplified Credit Union. They do lands and lots, you know, property types. That's under the prime niches. We just went over did we go with prime mortgages? Let's see. Yeah, these are prime mortgages right here. Prime mortgage area. They got a slew of companies. You know, this is just one page of it. You're gonna actually, sometimes they give a ad in between them, and then they'll go to the next page that may go, yeah, like they do here. There's gonna be a bunch of them, you know. That's the FHDA, we went there. These are the non-qualified mortgage niches, not the non-qualified mortgages. These are the niches right here. Here you're gonna be able to come in and see the property types right here: short-term rentals, few comparables, that's log and earth, off-grid, land lots, manufactured homes, mixed use, non-warrantable condos. This is the property type. These are the only property types that they're gonna do under these non-qualified mortgages niches. We went over these right here, the non-qualified mortgages. We went over the hard money loans. Right here in the construction, this is the bread and butter. You're riding around, you see a let me close this out so I can make this bigger. You're riding around and you see somebody that's, you know, trying to get in the business, doing whatever, then all these property types right here, where they're gonna fall in at for these. These are the loan limits, ground up already owned land, LTC, right here, where you'll see number 3. Let me see what percentage they're doing. Now, remember now that LTC is loan to cost, meaning your loan to cost to build. The LTV is the loan to value. So if you see lot in construction max, loan to cost, right there, that means that's a percentage that they're going to give you toward the cost to either buy or cost to build. See, not what it's worth, the value of it. What you're looking for is LTVs. See, you want loan to value, because that's where your leverage come in at. You want to build a home that's going to be worth $100,000, and you have, and it's going to cost you $60,000 to build, right? Well, you want to be looking for a LTV. See, because a LTV at say 85%, that means they're going to give you $85,000 toward getting that home. It costing you $60,000 to build. That leaves you with $25,000, right? That $25,000, you may want to put it away, especially during a time like now where, you know, it's hard to get supplies. You see what I'm saying? Or if the price of lumber go up like it did a couple of years ago, you know, you ain't gonna be able to go back to the bank to get no money. The bank ain't finna give you no money if you ain't figured out, you know. So you got to go somewhere to get that money. You're gonna come to people like this right here. You know, these people right here is where it's happening at. Most banks ain't doing most banks will not do LTVs. They always gonna do loan to cost. They only gonna loan you the money that it costs to build it. See, you don't want to do business with them. You want to do business with these people right here, these type of people. You know, so if you're looking for a completed value max LTV on the number 2, then they're telling you they're gonna give you 65% LTV loan to value toward that property. Your property is worth gonna be worth $100,000 once it's completed. They're saying they're gonna only give you $65,000. Well, hell, if it costs you $60,000 to build, you're in the game. See, because they're giving you 65. You just got to make sure it's completed. All right. Now this is for construction. It's different with the other ones. Now, right here, y'all be seeing this company right here on TV, Lima One Capital. They killing the game right now. But the reason they killing the game is this right here, that 100% right there. They killing the game. This right here tells you that if you got a piece of property and it's going to be worth 100,000 once it's completed, but it costs 75,000 to build, then they're going to give you 100,000 to build. You see, they're going to give you the total value of that property, 100,000. You take that 75,000 to build, you got 25,000 in your pocket. See, you turn around and sell it for 100,000, you finna put another, well, if you got 9 times out of 10, when you complete that home in today's area, you wouldn't want to take 100% loan to value. I wouldn't. If I got a home and I know I'm finna build this home and it's gonna cost me say 50,000 to build, and I know that they'll give me 100% loan to value. 9 times out of 10 with me, I'm probably gonna only take about 65,000. You know, and then once I sell, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna sell the house for more than 100,000. That's just what the value of it at that particular time. I get somebody like Andy to come up in my house so that when they come and give me an appraiser, you know, with me, black man in America, I'm gonna call Andy. Andy, look, man, let me come over here to the house when them people come to do the appraisal, so they can see you up in here and let them give me a higher value to my property. You know, that's why it's good to have friends like Andy. Andy can bring.
And that happens every day.
Yes, sir.
It happens every day.
Crazy, you got to do that.
We're in America. That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I got a house that, you know, if I just had a house built and a black guy is coming to appraise my home for me, he don't answer to no black man. He answer to the white man. And he ain't finna, when he say, hey, these homes, I'm basing your price, your home value based on the homes around in this area, he ain't picking on no white people homes. He picked all black folks homes, and now my house gonna be worth the same as theirs. I don't want that shit. I want Andy up in there. Cause see, he gonna do right by Andy, and the white man gonna do right by Andy. So now that where I would have got $100,000 appraised value on my home, now it's at 175. See? You have to play the game. That's the way it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just the way it is. But these companies like this right here is what you want, you know, and they advertising they this nation's primary lender for real estate investors. And it is, man, it's a lot of real estate investors dealing with these people right here. You know, fix and flip, rentals, multifamily, new construction projects, brokers protected, lending to nationwide, except for these 5 states right here. See, they killing the game 100%. And the reason they able to do that is because they know the type of market that we in. You know, now this company up here, Gold Mortgage, I never really heard of them, period. But they lacking a lot of shit right up in here. It either they lacking it, or at the time for them to Scotsman to produce this information, they hadn't sent in this information for them to verify yet. Scotsman won't.
Mr. Swain. Go ahead. If you once you get the loan and you build if you get the 100% loan and the house is worth $60,000, you have a $40 profit in the bank. So when you sell the home, do you have to sell the home more than $100,000 so that you can pay them their money back and still have a profit?
No, okay. Let me explain how that's done. That's if you take the 100,000. Let's say, for instance, your cost, you're gonna have a home that's gonna be worth 100,000. Mm-hmm. Bill, let's say 55, because you got your own land, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. It's up to you if you want to take that loan, that 100,000, that 100%. You see what I'm saying? You can you can only take what it costs to build. You don't have to take the whole 100%. You can say, hey, I don't need the whole 100%. I just need 50,000. That's what it's gonna cost, you know, to build. Give me 50% of the value of the property. Okay, once you finish that property, right? Mm-hmm. What you're gonna do is, see, some of their loans are long-term loans. You can pay out 15 years, 10 years. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But say, for instance, this is the situation. They gave me 100,000. It's cost me 50,000 to build, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna take that 50,000 extra that they gave me, and I'm finna build me another piece of property with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, when I sell the house that they building on right now, that it cost me 50,000, right? I'm gonna sell that for 100,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now they got their money back, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm building a house over there for 50,000 that I'm finna get a whole 100 off of when I sell it.
Okay, yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you just make sure you get enough profit so when you pay them back, you still have a profit.
Right. See?
I got you.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right, Antoine, let me
Yeah,
let me
I
tell you
got
something
a
about that.
question about that.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
my
Go ahead.
question is, on that chart,
Uh-huh.
where would it determine how the time to pay it back, the loan? Do they
Okay.
have it on there?
Yeah, they'll have it on here. Let me see. So now that's gonna be interest on the takeout, no prepayment penalties. On this one right here, on the construction loans, these type of loans right here, like the loan types, each one of these right here will have a different, like how they want you to pay it back, how soon they want you to pay it back. You see what I'm saying?
Different terms with it.
Right. Now, when you go over here, like with the hard money loans, for theirs, they're gonna, within the loan that you get from them, that's when they're gonna determine how long you want to take that loan out for. But now over here for the Q, hold on, let me find it. This is for the non-qualified mortgages.
Well,
Okay.
based upon that, in your experience, what's the average time they give you to pay back most of these loans from your experience?
On them right there, probably about, it's up to you and how long you want, but normally them construction loans gonna be 10, 15 years.
Oh, okay.
Hard money loans gonna be paid back a little bit quicker, but these right here, these are non-QM mortgages, they terms are right in here. See where it say the arm terms? That's where they terms are gonna be at, right in here. And then some of them gonna have, like, it depends on which program you take out with them. They're gonna let you know, basically, they'll ask you, just like they did with a car now. They'll say, hey, what you want? 60 months, 72 months, how long you want to pay it off? Depending on the property that you get. You see what I'm saying? Some of these some people take it and they're gonna, do, if it's investment property, they're trying to pay them off, within 5 years or something like that.
So that 5/1 represent 5 years or 5 months to a year with that flat.
Huh?
That okay at the top where you got to highlight it, full document program over there to the side, terms. You got 5/1, then comma 7/1. How you translate that?
That's gonna be that 5 and that 1. If I ain't mistaken, it's gonna be a 5-year term with not paying off before the first year.
That's right.
Oh, you can't pay it off within that year, so you can't pay it off quickly.
Right. They're gonna have a base 1 year up to 5.
Yeah,
See,
I see why.
and this one right here have a 7-1. See, it's only fair. I give them a chance to make them a little money.
Yeah, because they go back and trade it on the market. So
Yeah, exactly.
they want to give time to trade it.
Most of those contracts, most contracts they can't resell if it ain't at least a year, have a year term on it. Yeah, most contracts, most contracts they can't even resell on the market if it don't have at least a year term on it. Mm-hmm. But you got a lot of them that's going to be, now if you notice, like, they'll have like an interest only category. Let me see. Yeah, right here. They got an interest only category right here in years where you can pay interest only up to 10 years. See that right there?
Yes, sir. I see it.
Yeah, that's up to 10 years. You can pay interest only for a year. I think it's a minimum of a year though. You can just pay interest only while you flipping your property. You're only just paying the interest on it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, Quan. That's why when you see people building, these contractors building houses, they don't get no hurry. You're like, man, they threw that thing up there and then they ain't come back because they have to wait that year because I mean they couldn't get the loan for it or X amount of days,
Right.
Because the bank wants interest.
Right.
That's why they do that.
That's why they give you the money. They're using our whatever deposit that we got to put out there to make interest off, to make money off the interest. They're gonna give us 1.5%, 2% interest a year if you got big money in there. But then they using your money because they know you ain't pulling it out. They using your money for lines of credit to get to the construction companies.
Exactly, and that's why I was telling you. After your second or third one, they cash for everything.
Yeah.
I mean, that way you're not waiting on nobody. It's miraculous how fast you can really build a house. If you got cash and you're moving, you ain't got to worry about no bank and no closing, and you already got the property. It's unbelievable. I mean, you can build a house in 3 months. I mean, with all of codes and permits and everything. And well, and another thing about these houses, what I want everybody to understand, and you said this last night, I don't know how many times, and me and you always said it too, is when you're looking at these properties, these are not, you're not living there. Okay, you might want to live in one of them, don't get me wrong, but you're not living there. I wouldn't go put a chandelier up in the foyer. I wouldn't go put these crazy lights up that cost all these dollars. Most people, when they move into a new house, they go in there and they change stuff in anyway, because they want, so you go to Lowe's and Home Depot, you get something that's okay, and I mean it lights up and it looks good, and I mean you spend your money on floors, you spend your money on some tile to make the house look good, and and whatever appliances. Most people change this stuff anyway. This is not your house, like we always said. Right.
Mm-hmm. Now, in this particular, I'm gonna go to the next one right in a few minutes because it's gonna have more than what we looking at in residential. I'm gonna pull up the commercial. You're gonna see a whole lot more than you see here. Right now, we're just in residential. Okay. At the last part of this booklet right here, these last little pages right here is your residential directory. When you can come through here and you can click, it's in the PDF. Once you download it in PDF, you can click on it to email certain people. These are game changers. These are people who has the say so within these companies. You see what I'm saying? Some of these people are going to be vice presidents of these companies. You can email them. They expecting you to be another corporation or something like that that's emailing them or calling them, contacting them. You can call them and ask them for the matrix. The matrix tells you everything that they do for loans and everything about the type of loans that they have. You can come through him for all that. You know what I'm saying? For in these areas right here. But between these two books right here, man, you ain't gonna go wrong with these two right here. Let me see if I can find the commercial one. Hold on. Okay. Oh, I need to go down levels. There we go. Now you're finna see a whole lot more than what you've seen before. What we done looked at before. I know we're going over a little bit of time, but I feel like, this is really important because when you're buying property, the next thing you want to know is, okay, when I get the property, where I get the money to try to pursue what I'm trying to do. This is what, it's tomorrow I can go over those things a little bit. I can go over those between Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. I can do all them combined. Don't take long for that. Okay, so go here to prime commercial, unlike what we was at before. Okay, here's the where we want to be as an investor. This is where all the bread and butter is at under these on the commercial side. See how different over here in the commercial side than it was in residential under prime commercial. This is prime commercial here. The other one was prime construction. All right, property types: agriculture, automotive related, cannabis related. That's what I was telling you earlier. They'll help you do a marijuana farm. Church and religious, energy production transmission, entertainment, recreational, that's parks and stuff like that, hospitals, man, all type of purposes here. You may be working at a hospital or a nursing home and they trying to get money to expand. You can come and get with these companies, become a broker, and you can put points on top of their points and make money as these people get them loans and gonna pay you way more than you probably make with that working for that company, you know. But anyway, let me go through this. It's somewhat just about the same as the other ones. Again, you always want to do the purchase max LTV, loan to value. You want them to give you the value, a loan based on the value of that property, what that property is going to be worth once it's completed. See, so here's 60%. Now, one that I will be looking at, but they do much larger loans. These are for big projects. The smallest loan that they give is 30 million, up to 10 billion. They are direct lender. See, they're not just a private lender. They direct lender, meaning they got their own money. They do 90%. They do 90% loan to value, and they do a 90% rate and term refinance LTV. For the cash out refinance, they do 125%, but they don't do a cash out second max combined LTV. And these people here are international. So let me just show you how you can make you some money with something like this. You see, they do big projects. Go join with the Chamber of Commerce in your city. Therefore, you know when people are trying to get something built, when they're trying to bring something there. You become a broker with this company here. All those people who is trying to get something done, 9 times out of 10, they are already positioned for that. You give them your card, introduce yourself to them when you go to those meetings. When they get ready to put in for a loan, you get to put your points on top of the points that this company right here will allow you to get them for that loan for as a broker. So say for instance, that person got $10 million loan. You put 4 points on that. See, when you put 4 points on that, that's a nice little piece of change. See, that's $400,000 that you cash in on when that person close out. 4%. See, and that's just 4 points. So, but that's just these companies right here, just having the connection with these companies right here, it's a whole nother business in itself, whole nother business in itself. Now, this is the prime commercial. They finance all kind of stuff. If somebody's looking for like a mobile home or manufacturing mobile home park or something like that, that's number 26. Then you just gonna go here, look, make sure they do it. 26 is a yes. If it's blank, they mean they don't do it. So let me go to the next one. These are multifamily properties. See, this right here, the commercial side is a little bit different than what we was at on the residential. It's a little bit more bread and butter over here and a lot more opportunities and a lot higher LTVs over here. All right, same company here. They do from 30 million. They're doing multifamily units. They're doing 90% loan to value, 90% rate and term refinance a loan to value, and a 90% cash out refinance. And they doing, let me see, they do, hold on, 17. They don't do affordable housing, but they do apartments, assisted living. They doing condominiums, cooperatives, no, they don't do cooperative apartment. They do high-rise apartments. They doing land and multifamily development. They doing mixed use, and then they doing student housing and senior housing. Student housing. So any of y'all around there, close to trying to do some business close to the college and all that, shoot, go on there and find you some land. Come right back to these people here, get them to put some money, and but of course the minimum that they're doing is 30 million, so keep that in mind. You're looking for companies that doing a little bit less than that, then you just come here and look for that minimum and the maximum on the loans right there. This is a good one, right? I don't think I'll deal with them. They don't have enough. I like companies that got a high loan to value on it. You know, I like a little leeway, but you can come through here. Now notice what you won't see here. You won't see no credit score requirements on here. See, this is a whole different game on the commercial side. Everything is based on the property itself. They don't care nothing about it, anything but that being able to have whoever contractor you have going to be building the project. They want to see him being his success rate. Like how many properties have he built? How many have he ran late on the date of completion on versus those that he have completed on time or before time. That's what they be looking for. That general contractor who's going to be over the project. Well, banks the same way. But that's what they're looking at. It ain't no credit score required. So when you're doing business, you want to do business and make you some good money, stop doing business on the side where you having to put your social on stuff. Start putting that EIN on it, because this is opportunities that they giving out. None of this stuff is got anything to do with a business credit score or nothing to do with a personal credit score. But it's quite a few of these right here. It's gonna be a few pages of these as well, just like it is the other ones. Let's see. These are hard monies right here, but these hard monies here on commercial side, unlike on the residential side, they got more property types. They didn't have property types like this, like they do. They didn't have property types on the residential area like they do here. See, look at all these property types: agriculture, church, cannabis. They didn't have cannabis on that other side over there for a hard money on the residential side. Gas stations, hospitals, all that. They got all that. They got some what is this? They got some pretty high loan to values here. This company right here, Aero Funding LLC, they always, in the game. They do international. They don't just give loans in the United States. They do loans outside the country. They got 96 loan term in months is 96 months here. We have no board or committee in mind, land only lending. Area fund specializing in equity, debt, and large loans amounts. So they're doing 30 million, and above. They want big projects. These are companies that you'll see shopping malls and stuff like that. These people will be funding that. High rises, casinos. I don't think they do casinos though. No, they don't do casinos. But it's a few companies. I mean, it's one of these things on here. I think they do. No, I don't think any of them do casinos on these. But I seen it's a company that I know or used to know of. They did do casinos. That's the hard money area. You're gonna make money off them too, but they have it where you can put points on. These companies here have it where you can put points on top of that. So if the average hard money loan is 14%, then and they letting you get these loans, if they come through you at 8%, you can put your points onto it and say, okay, well, I'm gonna just get 3 points out of it. I'll still be lower than the national average. Here go to construction. When y'all go on there, you're gonna be able to see, just go through there. You'll be able to see this stuff. You can be able to go through these, actually go in and click on the websites. When you save it on the PDF, it's set up so that you can click on the link and go straight to the website and open it up. But these are the loan types that they have. And then these are the property types that they have: commercial, mixed use, multifamily, non-owner occupying 1 to 4 units, owner occupying 1 to 4 units, residential subdivisions, which is, and they want to get into that. Special purposes. Special purposes can include anything that got something to do with government. If you got a government contract and you're trying to do something for the government, build homes or build apartments for people in the army or something like that, or that fall up under special purposes too. So that's with construction. They got different type of loan limits and all that kind of stuff. The percentages that they giving this company here, which we've been seeing them a lot, from 30 million to 100 million. This particular loan here, they got a completed value, a max LTV 100%. That means that person get that property built and they ain't got to come out with a dime. So let me go here. These are done deals. I'll go in and show you some of these. These are deals that's done by different companies. This company right here was a multifamily unit. Purpose was the acquisition and development. They did a loan for 2.8 million over in Baton Rouge. The date they funded was in November 2020. The mortgage property is a 58 unit garden style multifamily located in Baton Rouge. This company right here did that. Here go one that's was a mixed use by a commercial loan center. It was a cash out refinance. Loan amount was 343,000. 9 times out of 10, they really just got that money to cash out to do other things with. The broker fee, this is the person who, like, they went through this company and became a broker so that they can put their points on top of it. This was their fee. That broker got a fee, $600 to $875 out of that 343,000. Archway Capital, they pretty big. They do a lot of stuff out there too. But this was a multifamily unit. This property here, acquisition and development, 9.5 million. Santa Monica, California. Archway provided a 70% LTV acquisition loan and a 100% of the soft and hard construction proceeds. 77% loan to cost on a vacant, historical designated multifamily property located in Santa Monica. So that was a pretty good deal them people got. This one right here was a single family home cash out refinance. Loan amount was $507,500 over in St. Petersburg. Funded was in October 2021. It was a new investor that was looking to cash out on a single family rental in St. Petersburg, which still had an outstanding balance of $453,000. Damn. RCN Capital was able to provide a 30-year loan at 75% loan to value and a rate of 3.49%. The property is already leased and generating $5,000 a month. Shit, that's a good deal too. But so when you're going through here, you're gonna see, a pretty good bit of stuff that they got in here. Then this is gonna be the commercial directory. In the residential side, when you get to the commercial directory, that's probably gonna be the last few pages, maybe 6 or 7 pages of that book. That one. This one right here going to go in on, because it's commercial. It's going to go in and give you a little bit more information. It's going to tell you by each one of these companies. Now, if you're looking at a company and it doesn't tell you on the spread, you can come here and actually see this company's information. You can actually see if they are a direct lender or if they're a private lender. Direct lenders mean that's the money that you get is their money. Private lenders, the money that you get is investors' money. That's the only difference between them. This is good to have right here.
20. Is it best to go through direct lenders?
Either one is good. The only difference between them is the direct lenders. They may have a little bit more lean. They may have a little bit more or less to ask of you because it's their own money. You see. The private lenders may have restrictions because they're using investors' money. So investors may tell them, look, we don't want y'all to take risks with our money with these type of properties. Or we don't want y'all to take risks with our money on these type of terms. See? So the private lenders, they have plenty of money, but it's investors' money that they're using, like the Bill Gateses, the Warren Buffetts. It's people's money like that comes in. Sign contracts and say, hey, I give you $100 million next week, but I don't want my $100 million to be used on this type of property. It's too risky. So that's what the difference between them. A direct lender saying that, hey, we govern how we do our own money because it's our money.
Okay, thank you.
Let me see. So yeah, that's the commercial directory. Right here, you're gonna have the display advertisers. Now, I like this right here, this area right here, because at that time you get to see what these companies are actually doing. I'm gonna go through a few of them, and I'm gonna let y'all go. I know I had y'all long enough. Okay, Archway Capital, which you'll see them a lot. They do a lot of loaning. They put a lot out there. We've seen this particular project right here, they did a 7.9 million acquisition retail for AutoZone, 5.9 million cash out refinance on a multifamily unit in Nashville, Tennessee. If I wasn't mistaken, I was going to say this is a container home, but I don't know for sure. I have to see the structure, but it was a $4.7 million refinance in Miami, 16.9 refinance office, 2.5 million on an acquisition industrial over in Sacramento. Let me see. So these are, those are hard money lenders. So when you go over here, these in this area right here, you can just click on these and it'll actually go to the ad. If you go back and do like I just did, it'll bring the ads up back as they were in the book itself. But they have this area where you can actually go to the ads themselves in here, you know, by clicking on these right here. We'll look at this one right here. Clearinghouse CDFI is a full service direct lender, so they're direct lender. They focus on these particular states right here in Indian country. They are interest rate special, 4.5% fixed up to 20 years. Then they go in, they have their loan terms, what they're gonna loan for, you know, that churches, healthcare facilities, small businesses, office and retail, nonprofits, you know, they got all that. So let me go back over here. But yeah, when you go on here, you're able to go and see all the advertising, you know, RCN Capital. Yeah, I remember them too. Okay, let's see who else on here. Clearinghouse, CDF, okay, commercial. This company right here loans from 250,000 to 2 million. They close within fast closing within 5 days. Brokers are protected. Emphasize on asset value, not credit. That's another good one. All decisions made in-house. Is they private lenders or are they? I was trying to see if they were private or direct lenders. I have to go into their thing on the index and actually see if they are. But yeah, this right here seems like a pretty good cover. Oh, they direct lender. They got the proven thing right there. When you see this right here, anytime you see that, that's a direct proven of a direct lender. You'll see it sometime on some of the other spreads and stuff like that. But yeah, this is a pretty good company here to try to get in and find out. You can call, email them and tell them to send you over the matrix. That's their code. The code for them is matrix. When you ask them for the matrix, they know exactly what you're asking for. You know.
Is that called matrix or metrics?
Matrix, just like that movie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be matrix, just like that movie. What the matrix just tell it's a sheet of, you know, of all their loans, all their programs, all the terms, everything. Everything in a, you know, in a particular sheet, maybe 1 page and maybe 2 pages, it all depends. But the matrix, a lot of times when you if you ever watching some of the shows that where they did those bidding wars on those homes and stuff like that, and they out there on the phone, and you may hear a guy call up another lender, private lender or a direct lender, because the price of that property has already been bidded over what that private lender was going to be willing to give. He may get on the phone with another private lender or direct lender, and he may say, hey, can you email me over the matrix right quick? Well, when he email over the matrix tell him what leeway he has in getting a piece of property like that and how much he going to be able to get toward that property to be able to see if he going to make a profit. Yeah. But yeah, these are good to go through and look at, these advertisements, because you're going to actually see some, like this one right here. Let me zoom in on this right here. You may have family members. That's why I like giving out information, because you never know a person's situation, or you never know what a person may be going through at that particular time that may need that information, or know somebody that may need that information, at any given time. But this company right here, F&A, They do bridge construction and rental loans. They got foreign national investors. They calling them anyway, foreign national investors. They got short-term financing for fix and flip, bridge, new construction. No experience required for fixing flips and bridges. a lot of hard money companies now want you to have at least 2-year home experience for fix and flip. This company right here has no experience required for fix and flip and or bridge loans. No alternative valuation portion available. One build or flip in the last 36 months required for new construction. That's if you're trying to build it from the ground up. You need one build or one flip in the last 3 years to be required for that. Now, if you don't have that, I'll show you how to get it. Say, for instance, Andy or Ed or Raw has built a piece of property, right, using one of their companies. What I'm going to do then, I'm going to come in and do a temporary partnership with them. When I do a temporary partnership with them, I can use their past performances. See, get funded, build my project, then I probably cash out Andy, Raw, or Ed, a little something for using their past performance. Because at that time, we're a partnership. See, and when you become partner, you get to use that person's past performance. That's how you can come in and not be concluded as a one builder, as a non-one. You know, you can come in and be able to show a build or flip in the last 36 months for a new construction, building it from the ground up. See, they got cosmetic rehab and extensive rehab loan options. Here, single rental loan. This is popular right here. This is where a lot of money coming to. No W-2s, pay stubs, or tax returns required. No fee alternative valuation options available. They got the sub 1.0x DSCR allowed. That's when you get that that's for that rental. You know, being able to get that loan based on the rent, what the rent gonna be bringing in. Property loans from $75,000 to $2 million. Purchase or cash out refinance of a single rental property. Then they have the SFR2. That's a single family rental, 2 to 4 units, condos, townhomes are eligible. That's this area. This area right here is hot right now. Well, this area right in here is a hot area. You know, they got a lot of companies giving out loans for rental properties. If you find a rental property, they got a lot of companies giving out loans. And the reason they're jumping on that shit is because the rent rate is going up high. So they knowing that you're going to get a piece of property for cheaper than what it's really worth. And that rental income is what's going to be covering it. Same building, you know, ain't nothing been done to it, but the rent going up $500 a month. Shit. You'd be a fool not to take them. All right, you got this company here, Incredible Bank, Kennedy Funding, Liberty SBF. They're doing 80% loan to cost. I ain't interested in loan to cost. Some people be interested in them, not me. But Arch Silver, they pretty good. They're doing bridge loans now from 1 to 70 million. They was at 50 million. Silver Hill. Okay, these right here, this company here doing quite a few different loans. But okay, so let me get off of this now. I just wanted to be able to go and show y'all the value in these properties right here. I think somebody asked me about rehab once before too. Now this company right here doing 100% rehab. Now this is 100% rehab. Either if you own the property or if you just acquired the property and they gave you a loan on it, you know. They got companies out there that's giving you 100% rehab if you own your property, blase, you know what I'm saying? You know, but again, you know, this is pretty, you know, it's going to be pretty valuable information, you know what I'm saying? So let me see if I can go back to where I was at. Oh, no, I need to go here. Yeah, so share that. Let's see. So I can exit out of that. Okay, I want to show y'all this before we go. If yesterday I got, well, last night yesterday I didn't get much sleep at all. I got in late. When I got back in town, after I got off the Zoom, I might have ate something, and then I went out early. Early as I don't know what. Woke up, today. But tomorrow I'm gonna take a little time out tomorrow, just in case anybody got any questions or something like that, or they need me to help them with anything. Then I'm gonna be free all day tomorrow. Try to make up for some of that. But I wanted to show you this right here, to show you when you're going through looking at these properties, you can find some good deals. Now this property right here, some of y'all might have seen me post this property. This is the property that I got for $198. This one right here over in Jackson County. I've been looking for a lot of property there because it's a growing area. They got a lot finna come there in the next year or so. But okay, let me see. So here is these properties. This is up on the one parcel number. This parcel number right here. Matter of fact, I'll go back in. Let me see. Click on one of these. I can show you. Let me go back and get this parcel number. Copy. Come back. And pull it back up. All this area right in here. All these shaded areas right here is the properties that I got for $198. These are pieces right here. Those are shaded areas. You can't hardly see it with this thing here on here, but it's all these, not every one of these, but let me see. I wish I could get that thing to show up on this.
That's land right there you purchased, right?
Raw land, yeah. So let me get it. Yeah, all this right here in the shaded area, and what they do is they send you, after you send them the money and they receive it, they'll say, thank you for your application to purchase tax forfeited lands. Our agency has received your payment for the purchase of this property. Please allow 60 days for completion of this process, but normally it takes about 30 days, 45 days. I ain't never waited no 45 days. My stuff always came in 30 days. Within 30 days from the time they got my money order, But from what I heard, Derek Cooper said they always say 60 days just in case if they have any delays on their side or something like that. They covering by saying that, hey, within 60 days, allow 60 days for the completion of the process.
So you sent them a offer first for $100 and then they sent back and told you $198?
$198.
That's what I'm saying. You sent the offer first for $100 and then they sent you back and told you $198.
Yeah, and I sent it to him before I once I called Derek and said, Derek, I said, Derek, I need you to pull up a parcel for me and tell me, does all these pieces of property go under this parcel? Because sometimes you'll have one parcel on an estate, like if a person live on an estate, or they may divide, they may have their land broken up into different things, but falling up under one parcel. So I wanted to make sure. So I called Derek and I asked Derek, I said, Derek, I need you to pull up this parcel number for me. And for anybody that may purchase or be trying to purchase property in what they call it, Jackson or Harrison County, Derek Cooper is the one that's over there now. He's a pretty good guy. He's gonna give you pretty good information. But
you pay $198 each? $198 each?
No, I paid $198 for that parcel. And under that parcel came all those properties.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, okay. So that's my opinion.
See, this is the parcel number right here. So when you click on and you put a parcel number in here, it's gonna show you your property under that parcel number.
Yeah, I got you. So that's about 10 people. Okay, that's good. Thank you.
So it's all of these, but the ones that's not shaded in is not under that parcel. It's about, I think it's 11 of them, 11 pieces right here, in here. And I can come here, even, I ain't got to put no home there. I can come here and plant gardens out here and get a contract with the government and feed the army. They're going to give me the seeds. The government going to give me the seeds. I come out here and break the ground, go out there and get the backhoe, come out here and break it up, plant some seeds out there. Shoot, I done provided food for me and my family for a good little while. And all I got to do is raise food and just, send it to the government.
Twin, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, hello. I have a quick question. So with a cashier's check, sometimes if it's when you send it and then they send you, they say, hey, your first offer letter and this and that. When they say the cashier's check, that means you can go to the bank and just get a cashier's check with your name on it, or does it matter if you bought it under the company or
It don't matter. It don't matter. What matters is who that cashier check is made out to.
Okay.
Yeah, but let me tell you this. This Stacy, right?
Yeah, this Stacy. Hey.
Okay. Hey, I normally just send them a money order. I don't even go to. I'm gonna tell you this right here. I don't even buy property that's high enough for me to get a cashier check.
Say that again. Sorry.
I don't even buy properties that's high enough for me to even have to go get a cashier check. I ain't buying no property over $1,000.
No, but when I tried calling, that was last year in November, I was told that I have to do a cashier's check. That was when before you went to the trip to Aruba. When I was asking you, how should I pay it?
No, you can pay them by money order. That's how I've always paid. How you pay, Ed?
In the money order?
Yeah, you can pay by money order. See, when they send you that paper, when they send you that thing and tell you to pay, they're gonna tell you to send a money order or cashier check. It's supposed to be money. When they send it to you, it's supposed to say money order, cashier check.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. So you choose one.
Yeah, you choose one of the two. So I always go to the post office, get a money order, put it in the mail right then.
Okay. And when you send it through the mail, it's better you send it certified so that you can be able to take it.
Yeah. I send it certified. Okay, I send it certified, but not with a signature.
Got you.
Yeah. Okay. They have that post office box.
Got you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mr. Swain, if once you purchase the land, do it go on a different database so it can be up? Like if somebody wanted to buy it, or you have to post it for sale?
No, when you buy that land, it's yours. And if you want to sell it, you can go about how you want to sell it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can see the properties a little bit better now since I went down here. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11. It's 11 pieces right there. Yeah.
I had a question.
Okay.
It's kind of back to the, okay, say for instance, say for instance that the property actually, that piece of land costs more than it. I'm sorry. But say you spent you did a loan for a piece of property, right?
Right.
Can you do that at the same time to get another loan for something to go on the property?
Yeah, that's what they call a double closing. You'll do a closing on purchasing that property, and then you'll do a closing on actually putting something on the property. Some people like it's kind of good to go with the same lender when you're doing something like that. That way you'll get what they call a construction loan. Then that'll entail purchasing the property and actually property
whatever you're gonna build on it.
Right. Let me tell you this right here though. Say for instance, you found a piece of property and it's a good area you want to build in, right? And you found a piece of property and you find out that the owner been trying to sell the property for about 3 or 4 years now, right? What you can do is you can have him say, hey, I'm going to buy the property from you. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to do is I'm going to give you a little bit more for the property than you asking for it. You see what I'm saying? Say for instance, the property is selling for say 25,000, and you step to them and say, hey, I'm gonna give you a little bit more for your property, but now what I want to do is I want to pay you in 30 days. I'm gonna sign a contract with you to buy your property for not 25,000, but for 30, for say 30,000, right? Giving them 5,000 more for the property because your value is in what you finna put on the property. You just need to get the land, right? So when you tell him that, get a contract with him, get him to do what they call a deed of trust. He'll sign a deed of trust over to you. You ain't paid a dime for the property. But now you got negotiation power with the lender to go ahead and start building so he can cash you out some of that money. And then you pay that man for that property.
Okay.
Hell, he ain't sold it in 2 years. I've been trying to sell it for 2-3 years. Hell, he gonna take it. He getting 5,000 more just by doing a deed of trust. What you gonna do? Put the land in your purse and run off with it? It ain't going nowhere.
Right.
So he gonna do that. Yep. Anybody else got any questions? I'm sorry for keeping y'all so long, but I just.
Oh no. Hey Twine, I'm sorry to interrupt. Don't be sorry. I think all of us were listening and we're taking notes here. This is Susie. I hope you had a good day.
Oh, thank you.
Can you repeat what you said again about the deed of trust?
Okay, like this is what the deed of trust is. It's basically you telling me to trust you with possession of the deed. You trusting me, you put me on the deed. All you're doing is putting me down on the deed at the courthouse temporarily, a deed of trust for 30 days. They'll sign it, put in record that where me or you will have authorization to make calls on that property for whatever, if you want to build or whatever on it. You push me in that position. See, your lender is going to be looking for you to be on there. See what I'm saying? So you do a deed of trust. I do a deed of trust with you or you do a deed of trust with me for 30 to 60 days or whatever, until the property is until I get whatever the money I'm gonna get toward the property, and I pay you off or you pay me off. See?
Okay. So then you take that information after your name is put on the deed of trust. You can just go to any lender without even physically owning the property and basically saying, hey, my name is on the deed of the property.
Right. Yeah.
I want a loan for $30,000. And then they give you that loan, you pay off the owner, and now you own the property outright.
Right.
Okay, now.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a deed of trust. And it's you don't hear a lot of banks doing it, but these private lenders, these direct lenders, this they feel. That's what they do.
I know someone who purchases properties, and I think that's exactly how she does it. She does the deed of trust, and then she, either works something out where she doesn't even have to make a payment for like 10 years. Sometimes it's 5 years to the owner of the property.
Yeah, you can do a long-term deed of trust. What she doing is she just paying him interest only on the property for so many years and then pay him off.
Okay.
Yeah. Most of them, they got those around too, where you tell the owner, say, look, I'm going to pay you interest on it until I pay you off. And they'll say, well, the longest I'm gonna do an interest payment on it is say a year, 2 years. If it's rental property, they do longer. They do 5 years, stuff like that. If it's gonna be rental property, but if it's gonna be property that you finna put something on it and sell it, or you finna pay him off, you ain't finna pay him all that interest over them years, and you done made that money like that. You're gonna pay him on off. See, you got your profit. The house sold, you pay him on off. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Good stuff.
I have one more question. I'm
Okay.
sorry. So when you were talking about earlier about, just say for instance, okay, you have these 11 properties here, right? And say for instance, if you wanted to take 3 of them and you didn't want them anymore for whatever reason, you were saying you can possibly wholesale those 3 properties. Who are the people that you're selling these to?
Well, for one, I can go different ways. I don't really have to worry about selling them. Something like that, I can call an agent, let a real estate agent put it on multiple listings and sell it for me. Or I can be creative with it. I can get with me a nonprofit organization like Ed got and say, hey, I want to sell raffle tickets on my property. I want to get 1,000 raffle tickets, and I want them at $100 a piece. And I want to sell raffle tickets for about the next 5 months and raffle these properties off. I'm gonna get me $100,000 in raffle tickets, but somebody finna win them 11 pieces of property.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
They taking a chance, spend $100 to take a chance on winning 11 pieces of property inside of one parcel. See, yeah, I don't know too many people that won't take a chance on winning a piece of property, within 1,000 tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can be creative with it when it comes to land. You see what I'm saying? You ain't even, say this. Say, for instance, you say, okay, I really don't want to sell my land. I really want my land to make some money for me. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's a lot of people that be, traveling, going to work and stuff like that, that may be riding in those big things like Andy got at his house. Those big old the trailers, what they call them things you got, Andy? That big old home thing you be putting
Camper?
Huh?
Oh, my camper?
Yeah, the camper. Yeah. You can get some of that land and get it out there. You ain't got to worry about no water. Just get some power out there and let them park them campers on there. You can make money off that.
Yeah,
Mobile homes. You can go right there to you can go to the mobile home place where they sell mobile homes and say, hey, I want to buy all your used mobile homes. Some of them mobile homes they be pulling back out there, back in the that may be a few years old, where they don't repoed and stuff like that, may have holes in the paneling and all that kind of stuff. Man, you can get them mobile homes. I know from Harold Allen mobile homes up there around Alabama, you can get them mobile homes for $700. I know a guy bought a mobile home for $300. Bought a mobile home, got it pulled out there on his lot. He said he put about $2,200 on the inside, and that home been getting him $700 a month, I know, for about 7 years. Okay, Candace, what you got?
Okay, I just want to know, so whenever we do get the deed in hand, what would you say would be the quickest way, like if we wanted to sell those and just get them gone for some quick cash, what would be the fastest way to do that?
Okay, let me tell you how I would do. Time I get my property, right? Time they done sent me an email like they sent me saying that they finna finish, they finna wrap it up, they finna do the patent process, right? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead on and get with me a real estate agent. And if, say for instance, the property is worth $10,000 and I paid $700 for it, instead of me selling it for $10,000, I'm gonna tell the agent I only want to sell it for about $8,000. See, I want to give the person who's buying the property, I want to give him some instant equity. That's gonna cause me to sell it quick. That's the route I would go. Yeah.
Okay. Also, I have another question that's attached to that. So, if you go in and like clear the property out, would that add more value to that land?
Yeah, it puts a lot of value on that property.
Okay.
Yeah, you need somebody to clear it. Andy got all kind of equipment to clear that.
Yeah, but let me tell y'all, I want to give you something about that too. You have to make friends in the community. You have to get, especially if you're gonna flip houses, you're gonna flip these properties and build houses. You have to befriend so many people in your community and ask your family, ask contractors, ask people. There's people out there that are honest and want to help you, and they want to make money. I mean, I own a flooring business. I mean, I've given back so many people's money, especially in New Orleans. They're absolutely terrible. I give them their money back. I'm not going to deal with that. If we can't all get along, I'm giving you money. Because I take 50% up front. I mean, it's important. Relationships that you build, it's for lifetimes. It's huge on that.
Can you be my friend, Andy?
Yes, I can.
Andy, do you buy from Floor and Decor?
Absolutely, and ProSource, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, well, I have a card from there.
But our system, the way our franchise is Couple Prince Floors. We let the customer buy. That way, we don't mark nothing up. We let the customer buy their own stuff, and all we do is install, unless it's hardwood, like a red oak or white oak or something like that.
Okay, I see.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I was going to tell you, I have a cardwood floor in decor, and I don't have a flooring company. If you ever need to purchase, material at a discount,
I'm gonna
then
call you.
yeah, then you can call me. You'll get a
Okay.
discount, and then just have to pay me cash. But
Sure,
I'm trying to get my
absolutely.
hustle on.
Okay,
Then
Ed.
you
There
can
you
turn
go. There
around.
you go.
Then you can turn around and sell it to the homeowner for whatever price floor and decor
Sure.
charges.
Hey, Ed.
Yes, sir.
Or put it in one of my houses.
Oh,
'Cause I have
exactly,
rentals.
or that.
Yeah.
Hey, Ed.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get us a container and go down there and load up.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready, baby.
Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, also, later on, we might do a group so that with all of us, so that any of us that have certain connections or access to equipment, or as she said, being able to get material and stuff like that. If we had a group where, for that, as well as also if you got people in your area and y'all doing projects, right? Let's just say, for example, because this is what, me, Ed, and well, it's a few of us, Melinda, Ed, Andy, damn, who else is it? One more person. Oh, Anthony Gilmore. So what we gonna do soon is, say for instance, all of us got a piece of property, right? And we all need to get it cleared off, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna link up. Instead of one person paying $3,000 to rent a piece of equipment to clear his lot off over a period of, say, 4 days, then all of us will go in together to rent the equipment, but each one of us work with each other clearing that property off. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that sounds like a deal.
Yeah. So you come together, you know what I'm saying, in different areas or whatever, and you may see which one of us got property over there that want to execute on trying to get it cleared off. And Friday, Ed may clear his off. We go out there and help him get his cleared off. The next, go out there and help Melinda get hers cleared off. The next day we get Andy's cleared off. The next day we get mine cleared off. Then boom, next day they ready to come pick their equipment up. See, we done did 5 pieces of property. Bring that equipment back to where it started out at. We got 5 pieces of property cleared off for the price of 1.
I like that idea.
Teamwork make the dream work.
Huh?
That's good. I like that too.
That's great.
Yeah.
Can we start a Facebook group? That way, if we have questions or if we want to bounce ideas back and forth, we can still communicate with each other. And then I guess you can kind of make it a closed or a private group only for people who's taking the course.
Yeah, I have to get Ed to do that. I ain't really good with that social media
A
stuff.
VIP group or something.
No, he don't.
I've been fucked it all up.
And if not Facebook, then we can also do there's some other ones that are really good, because Facebook sometimes will try to censor you if you share certain information.
Yeah.
Even if it's like innocent information like this,
Right.
they do censorship. So I
Okay.
know there's another program,
I say it's better with Telegram.
Yeah, Telegram.
or Discord. Those are
Yeah.
2 really good ones. They don't do any of that censorship.
Okay.
Stuff like
Telegram
how
would be better than Discord.
Telegram is the best one because they do so much
Discord.
Yeah. But see, that way, we can help each other save and maximize on our return. You see what I'm saying? We helping each other. We learning at the same time. You know what I'm saying? We learning how to work the equipment. We being safe out there. We come together, help. You clear that whole thing out, in a day, and then while we going on to the next piece of property, some of us may be doing some little pulling around or something with the bobcat or something like that. But it's like a domino effect where we just going this property, that property, that property, that property, but all of us came in together to pay for the rental for that equipment.
Mhm.
See?
And then if you get, if you build your business credit to a certain degree, I think it's either tier 1 or tier 2, you can get like 50 to 70,000, sometimes more, access to capital from these companies that do equipment rentals for construction.
Yeah, that's our tier 2. You got to
Give
come
you
out
like
tier
net
2.
30, net 60 days to pay it off and everything. So that'll be good.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's
it gives us time to like kind of flip that money.
right. Uh-huh. That's coming out of tier 2.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess we get with Ed, you know, whenever he has time, if he can do us a little group so we can come together, you know, and you know, come together on something like that, you know, to get that done. And then June, I want to try to do a course for kids, you know, to show kids how to do this, because kids can do the same thing that we doing. They can get the piece of property, they can, you know, put a couple of $100 and pay a piece of property, pay for a little piece of property. It's gonna be in their name, you know, give them some leadership and, you know, some goals to look forward to and having their own.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
so
gonna
that
be,
they stop wasting the money buying Roblox games and stuff.
yeah,
Oh,
you know,
yes. Thanks for saying that, because it's all my kids do.
Yeah.
yeah. But you know, I mean, it's a good thing when you got a kid 12, 11 years old. They, you know, they excited about the fact that they're a property owner. Most people, I know hustlers out there right now in their 40s and ain't got their name on nothing but their birth certificate.
Mm-hmm.
They don't own nothing, you know. But you know, you want to be able to. I wish, you know, in you know, our race, we be on something else sometimes. You know, we out there with that foolishness, and the world around us is just developing. They learning things, they doing things, you know, and it's sad, you know what I'm saying, that we lose focus on that. But I want to try to create a group. I mean, a course where I can help kids, not in the manner that we doing here, but in like a cartoonish, but they illustrated, I guess you would say, where they can understand it. You know what I'm saying? Understand the logics of it. You know, I think it's a good thing when a kid can learn how to do what we just learning how to do. You see what I'm saying? Or what we just getting a grasp on that they've been doing for over 200 years that's been hid from us. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they can actively seize that moment. You know what I'm saying? When you get these deeds put in your name, nowhere did they ask for your birth certificate. Nowhere did they ask for your social security card. None of that. The only thing they asking for is the name that's going on that deed. That's it. So, but so any more questions? No more questions? Okay, cool. I know I done had y'all long enough. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. we're gonna do we're gonna go over doing the Puerto Rico and U.S. Virgin Islands. And I promise not to keep y'all this long tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, then.
6 p.m. Okay, 6
thank you.
p.m.
Hey,
Eastern.
Tuela, I sent you a text. So at some point tomorrow we can link up if possible.
Okay, I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Mr. Twin, I'm still waiting. My text since December. If you can please reply.
Oh, you sent me a text in December?
Man, when you were going to Aruba, Boba.
Oh, listen. Yeah, I was fast out. Listen, you might have to send it to me again.
I will.
Yeah, have you still been checking on government contracts?
Yep, and I had just bid on a lot and they approved it for $200. That's why I was asking. I will send a cashier's check tomorrow in Jackson, Mississippi.
Oh, in Hines County?
Yeah, they sent me one for $216 and one for $246. So I'm about to cop that up, and it was a big one. I'll go on the computer and check it.
Oh man, that's what's up.
Yep. So I will send you a text, email, and I will send you a message. Please reply.
I got you.
You don't be replying.
Somebody left me a voicemail and asked me, did I check my voicemail? So I was like, I need to change. I need to put something on my voicemail. I said, I need to put something like, hey, sorry for you calling and leaving a voicemail. You might want to send me a text because I ain't answered a voicemail since 2013.
Yeah, you need Ed to help you out because I know if you open that Facebook group, you never gonna answer nothing. You gonna lose my Zoom just like you lost that.
My bad. I'm poor in that area, that communication. I got to get better with that.
But thank you for everything. I will send you another one when I get home.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
So I'm
thank
just
you.
making sure it's 6 p.m. Eastern and 5 Central.
No, 6 p.m. Central and 7 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, all right, very well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's it. And no more questions.
Forget the group, Ed.
I got a quick question. That Sunday message downloaded already, right? Uploaded, right?
Yeah. You said the Sunday video is all the way at the bottom. You'll see it.
All right. And another question. You say you were, intrigued or deeply involved with the container homes. You built one, right?
Well, to sell, yeah.
Yeah. So what was square footage of that one? That particular one you did?
1,200 square feet.
1,200. Oh, okay. It's a good size. All right.
Yeah, but see, the way you do those containers, you don't have to stick. They don't have to be close together. You can spread them out.
Right. I've seen a lot of designs. I've been looking into that past.
Oh yeah, They real affordable, and then when you finish them though, they got a lot of value on them.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
If you don't mind sharing, Twine, approximately how much did it cost you to build something like that?
$78,000.
How much?
78,000.
Oh wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It don't cost much. Sure. Back then, the containers didn't cost but $1,800 a container.
They went up on their prices because they was like $1,200 at one point.
Yeah, they was at $1,200 in 2019.
Yep, that's when I was looking at them.
Yeah, they was $1,200 then. They $4,800 now, but that's because they got all those boats out there that's got all those containers on it. And they can't get them in the stockyard.
Right, that's right. They're stuck out there.
Yeah,
right.
So I was hoping around about March they can get some of that stuff, get some of them out of there so that the price can go down. I still feel like the pricing gonna start going down in March anyway because China has already gotten those foldable containers now. They're gonna resolve that problem. So a lot of companies now is gonna be shipping on containers, but they're gonna be the foldable ones that can fold up on. See, they only can stack them so high on stockyards out here in the United States. And so with a foldable container, they can have 100 containers stacked on top of one another because they fold down. See, and those are going to be the ones that's going to be in demand. The other ones that we're going to have, they're going to be cheap. I'm pretty sure when the prices go down, they're going to be less than $1,000 for a 40-footer.
Right.
Trying to be fast. We need to buy those foldable before they start selling them expensive.
I don't want the foldable ones. They're not going to be. I don't even think the foldable ones will be some that will be approved to use as a housing dwelling, unless you're going to be welded up some type of way. But they foldable. The foldable ones are flood proof too. They flood proof.
Wow.
Have you seen any contracts maybe to possibly just say for instance if we had some land to stack those containers up on our property so there can be room for them?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you got just land like that, vacant land like that, you can. I'm pretty sure you can. But I haven't checked into that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a good possibility. Most companies that stacks them, they're containers that they actually own. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're gonna actually own them and then rent them out or something like that.
Twain, do those storage containers? Do they use them like to create storage, like the storage companies, like Uncle Bob and different places like that? That's what they use those for.
They use the storage containers to traffic materials from China to over here, and overseas and stuff like that. Like if they're gonna be like whenever they ship TVs over here from China, that's what they're gonna be in. They're gonna be in those storage containers.
Well, I think she's saying they also can use it as storage space.
Yeah, they use them for storage space. They rent them out. They can take them and rent them out, stuff like that. United Rental, that's what they use. They use storage containers.
Okay.
Yeah, they got 20 footers too. They got 20 footers, 40 footers, and 52 footers. Yeah, they 320 square feet, 8 feet wide, 40 foot long, and most of them are 9 feet high. You may have some that's got a higher ceiling on it, about 10 foot high, 10 and a half feet high, you know. But another thing, if the shipping containers don't go down, all of us that's going to be looking into building homes with shipping containers or something like that in a certain area, like, that'd be a good thing for that group too. Find out who's in a certain area close. So that's going to be looking to buy a shipping container. If the prices don't go down by the time we suspect, then, hey, we contact them and tell them, say, hey, we looking to purchase, if I'm looking for 2 containers, everybody looking for 2 containers, why go there one at a time and paying the top price for it when we can put an order in together and get it real cheap?
Like a bulk order.
Yeah, get a bulk order, and then just we got some guys got their own trailers and stuff. We pay them to transport them to the property that they need to be transported to. Everybody making money. The truck driver making money. He getting paid. We got a deal on the containers. Got them set out there. I get mine set on my property. I'm gonna pay welders from the shipyard to go ahead and cut my windows and doors out and put my reinforcements in there. Pay them on the weekend from the shipyard. Yep. So, any more questions?
No, I think we're good, brother.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be free tomorrow. So, if we have any questions, this video will be uploaded on the site as well tonight. And if you have any questions, just hit me up. I'm gonna be free tomorrow.
All right. Hey, and also if you guys can go ahead and send Twine and me your names to the Facebook notes. I go and create a group for you.
Yeah, Ed pretty good with that. His name Edwin Mallett.
Okay, Ed, how do we contact you so we can send that information over?
All right, my Facebook group, my Facebook name is Edwin Mallett. So you send me a friend request, you know what I'm saying, or just go ahead, you send me a message, and I can go ahead and create a group and add you to it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go on Twine's page real quick.
Yeah, correct.
And I think he tagged you. I've seen him tag you in
Yeah, in one of the posts, probably the last post.
Your last post.
Edwin Mallard. Okay,
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, so I just sent you a friend request.
Okay.
All right, then. No, we ain't got no more questions.
I sent mine also.
Huh? Oh, okay. Again, I want to apologize. I know we said we was gonna do this for an hour. I want to do the Puerto Rico and get everybody going, but sometimes if you feel like some information is maybe a little bit more important that you get that at that time, at least go over it. I feel better by doing that. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow I can do both of those at the same time, but still you want to be able to have some good information and some resources whenever you're trying to do anything, especially if you're in a group where you got other people that, they can, pull your coattail and say, hey, this is what we're doing. This how you do this and this how you do that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah. All right, then. Well, if we ain't got no more questions, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you have any questions, I'm gonna be free tomorrow if anybody need to call me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
You too, bro.
All right.
You too, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Oh, shit.